What's going on, you guys? Hello, hello. What's going on out there? This is Eric Brett and the Family Cash Machine, Follow the Money. And I wanted to talk about today the happening. Yes, the happening. And I know you guys are like, what's the happening? It sounds like a movie, right? No, the happening is something that Bitcoin does every 4 years. And before I go into that, I just wanted to say to you guys that yesterday, which was the 27th of January, the stock market plummeted some 450 points. But when the stock market plummeted, guess what? The cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin went up. So this is something that you guys might want to learn because it contrasts what's happening in the world. So you need something to balance you out when things crash. It's great to have options and great to have other choices. So no matter what happens in the world, you can choose a winning side and you can choose something that will appreciate in value. Now, I want to say this. They're saying that the economy or the 450 points in the stock market was due to this thing called the coronavirus. And that coronavirus for me is pretty scary because they haven't found a cure yet. And if they do find a cure right now, it can actually mutate into something different. And so it's killing a lot of people in Asia. I don't think we're getting the full story. I think it's a lot worse than what they're saying. And, you know, China has these firewalls where they kind of censor information, not kind of, but they block information and censor information from their citizens. And they don't even have YouTube there. They have to use a VPN to get on YouTube, which is a virtual IP address. And so they we're not getting the real, I don't think we're getting the real truth out there because the government can make reporters go away and, you know, they're controlled by the military and stuff like that. So I just don't know. I think it's a very, very scary situation, but I do see where it's now starting to affect the economies around the world because tourism is a huge, huge part of the economies anywhere because, you know, when people can't come in and spend money in your country, it's definitely going to affect, you know, airline tickets. It's going to affect all kind of different industries within your country if there is a shutdown like what's going on right now in Wuhan, China, and you know, what's going on in their country with the quarantine. So they think, most of the investors, that has been a part of the 450 point drop yesterday on Wall Street. But again, like I said, when Wall Street dropped or the Dow Jones dropped, Bitcoin shot up from 8,300 to 9,000. So again, it's in total contrast many times of the U.S. economy and Wall Street. But let me get back to my special offer here, and I want to talk about the happening. The happening is what happens every 4 years in Bitcoin. When Bitcoin first started off, it's an algorithm. It's a computer algorithm. So you, me, most of us, we missed that, you know, being able to mine Bitcoin on your computer, on your laptop, because what happens is every time there is an algorithm solved, it becomes harder and harder and harder and harder. So now we're at a point where over 17 million Bitcoins have been mined. There's only 21 million Bitcoins. That's it. Okay. And that's why when the price was at 3,000 some year ago, I knew it wasn't going to stay there. I knew it was no way it was going to stay there. So don't listen to the hype. Don't listen to all these people saying, oh, Bitcoin go up and down. Yes, it goes up and down in the short term, but in the long term, it always goes up. In fact, it has outperformed gold. And gold has been a 5,000-year-old commodity. And Bitcoin's only been around 10 years, and it has outperformed gold, it has outperformed silver, it has outperformed oil. It's $9,000 a coin, whereas gold is only $1,500, $1,600. And it took 1,500 years to get there. So you see my point. So what is the happening? The happening is basically, when this algorithm started off, it was producing 50 coins, and it's not a physical coin, it's actually digital, it's a digital code. So it was producing 50 coins per block, okay? And the way the code was created by an anonymous guy named Satoshi Nakamoto, and I understand why he stayed anonymous, And some people say, well, he might have worked for the government. It's no way he worked for the government, because he created something that works in opposition to banks and works in opposition to third parties like Western Union and PayPal. And it works in the favor of the people, okay? So it couldn't have been government, because the government's not going to create something that destroys the government. So we can just rule that out. This was a guy who stayed anonymous because they may have murdered him. They may have killed the guy because he's going against the grain, totally against the grain. So anyway, back to this happening. What happens is now, after 4 years, the miners who are mining Bitcoin, you can't do it on your computer anymore because, like I said, every time there's an algorithm solved by your computer, you can't solve it. Then the next problem becomes harder and harder and harder. So now, in this day, you can't do it on your computer. The first people who mined Bitcoin on their computers and created 10,000 and 20,000 Bitcoins right on their laptop, they're multimillionaires now. So we kind of missed that point, but it's not too late to get in this industry and make money. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not too late. Because there's over 5,000 cryptocurrencies now out there. And out of those 5,000, the market cap rate of the entire industry is $220-something billion. And some people might say, well, that's a lot of money. Well, not really. Because when you count Facebook, Facebook by itself is $1 trillion company. $1 trillion company. We're not counting IBM, Microsoft, Google, on and on and on. So the Fortune 500, we're not even going into that. Just one corporation in the United States has 5 times the value of this entire industry. So it is in its infancy. I wouldn't even say infancy. It's in gestation period. It's so in the beginning, okay? There's a lot of money being made in this industry, and they're not talking about it. So what I suggest to you guys is tax season, okay? Take your tax money, and instead of using your tax money to blow it and buy that, item that you wanted to buy, use your tax money as leverage to create income right now, okay? And I'm gonna tell you how you can do it. This happening that happened, it created now where instead of 50 Bitcoins, you're only getting 25 after 4 years, the first 4 years of Bitcoin. So now we needed all these huge mining equipment, these huge computers, these ASIC computers that burn a lot of electricity. And they literally have people who have tens and $100 million facilities mining Bitcoin. It's big business all over the world. So these guys, after 4 years, got cut down to 12 Bitcoins per block, which is where we're at now, okay? And so now, this year, as of May, I think 20-something, May 20th, something like that, Bitcoin will halve again. So what does that mean? That means that all of these $100 million facilities, and I think New York talked about creating a $700 million facility, a mining facility. And all these huge mining facilities are popping up. But guess what? All the electricity they're spending, okay, to make 12 Bitcoins will now be cut in half to 6 Bitcoins. And this is just the way the algorithms were created with the coding when it first was created. So what I'm saying to you guys is they're going to spend more money to produce less Bitcoins, and that's going to make the price even go higher. So those 3,000 and 4,000 Bitcoin days are over. So we've created a system that can create Bitcoins for the people, because what we're doing is with our classes and with the school and the family cash machine, the family cash machine is sharing the revenue with its students that's creating the value. Total different concept. I can't help but continue to use Facebook as an example, because Facebook is the largest media content platform in the world. But guess what? They don't create any content. It's your content, my content. It's my comments, my videos, my pictures, your pictures. That's created all the value. but we didn't share in any of the income. All that money went to Mark Zuckerberg and his business partners. We're changing that, okay? It's changing. That's changing now. The decentralized industry of cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency people are changing that. They're looking at more decentralized platforms. So the Family Cash Machine is a platform where not only we're going to teach you the things about money they haven't taught you in school. You're going to learn things about money, not just personal management of money like pre-legal and all that stuff. No, you're going to learn the things that rich people learn in their families about trust funds, corporations. And you're going to even learn more than they don't know about decentralization, blockchain technology, all the things that's coming to the future. Because again, it's not about what happens in the economy. It's not about if our dollar crashes. It's not really about that. It's about where you stand and how prepared you are, and the knowledge that you have is going to determine how you're going to maneuver. And if you have the right kind of information, it doesn't matter what these economies do, you'll learn where to put your money and where value is going to be. And that's what this is about. So our special offer is the first 10 people who actually purchased the jumper course. We're going to match that. The Family Cash Machine is going to match that offer, meaning that they're going to give you a 0.046 Bitcoin position in the decentralized bonus, which is the bonus that shares its revenue with students. So after 14 positions, not people, positions, it's a difference, because each course comes with positions, and there's some courses that come with 2-3 positions in this decentralized bonus. So after 14 positions, that could literally be 7 people. After 7 people, or I say positions, after 7 positions fall under you with that 0.046 that you're being gifted, which is about $420 something right now. So they're matching you a position that will cost you, if you were to pay for it, $422. And it goes up and down because it's based on Bitcoin, 0.046. They're gifting you a position that once 14 positions fall under you, you're going to receive over $2,200 in Bitcoins, which is a quarter of a Bitcoin, which is 0.255 Bitcoins. I use Bitcoin percentage because that's what the gift is. The gift is a quarter of a Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin is, if it's 10,000 at that time when you bonus, that's $2,500 that you're going to receive, because it's coming from the courses that's being sold and the students. So basically all they're doing, it's nothing magical. They're just sharing the revenue with those that help build the value in the company, which is how things should have been in the beginning. So with that, again, you guys, a special offer. The first 10 students that come into the classes will receive this bonus. Now, the gift is the 25% of a Bitcoin, because what's going to happen is this position that you have is lifetime. It's not going to just bonus one time, because this is pre-launch now, and this company is probably going to have a huge launch next month with a lot of network marketers doing the network marketing side of this. You don't have to do the network marketing if you don't want. If you want to, that'll be open for you as well. But you're going to be gifted a free position to just get paid over and over and over again from the revenue coming in from the school. Wow. So this is a very exciting position to be in, because you can literally end up with 4, 5, 6, 10 Bitcoins at the end of the day for free. And it's a time right now that you want to accumulate Bitcoins. Doesn't matter what the price of Bitcoin goes to. We're not asking you to buy Bitcoin or buy cryptocurrency. We're telling you to buy a class that benefits you. Buy knowledge. Buy the information that you're going to need right now in this time that they're not teaching you at school. You're buying something that benefits you, which is a course. You're investing in you. And the company is going to gift you, wow, a position that will get you paid over and over and over again without doing anything, because they're sharing the revenue with you, because this school only takes Bitcoin. It's not taking any cash. So they're going to be sharing Bitcoin with you. You're going to be accumulating Bitcoin. It's a very powerful system. You're going to be accumulating Bitcoin at a time when Bitcoin is about to halve. And when it halves, that price is going to continue to go up. These miners are not going to spend more money on electricity to produce less Bitcoins and to charge cheaper than it is. This is why we're telling you guys, this commodity is not going to go down. This is why we're planted here. This is why a lot of people are holding on to their Bitcoins and not trying to sell them, because there are estimations that Bitcoin could shoot up to $100,000 within the next 4 or 5 years, and I can see that happening. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. This is Eric, Brent, and you guys want to join the Family Cash Machine now, go ahead and take the free class, the Phoenix. Grab a link underneath here, or you can also grab that link underneath this video, which is the Greatest Exchange of Wealth in History, which is an ebook that you guys will enjoy. It's free. Why don't take advantage of it? But again, it's a special offer. The first 10 students will receive a matching bonus, basically matching what you're spending and putting you in a position to make $2,200. Wow. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. You guys have a great one. Peace.